My name is Jason Pritchard and I'm the CEO of Fitfactory. Fitfactory provide MRP and MES software to engineering and manufacturing companies across mainly the UK to improve their efficiencies in the office and also on the shop floor. So when I joined Fitfactory, there wasn't a leadership team in place. I was brought in to grow the company and commercialize the company. And what we needed to do is Everfield helped us to understand that we need a management structure in place. Some individuals who can take responsibility for each department. So what we've really been able to do is get those key individuals in place now. So we have a head of S&M, a head of R&D, a head of professional services and support. And for me, I rely heavily on them. They run the business. I'm there to support them. And it's been a huge transition for us and for me personally as well, realizing that I don't need to be that person who does everything. The approach that they were highlighting that they wanted to take, which is a decentralized approach, which allowed us as a young management team that I was just starting to get into place to stay and know that they're there to support us when we need it, but also hands-off enough to let us run the business. And that was key in any decision that we made. We were really lacking visibility across every aspect of the business. And it was a lot of gut feel. It was a lot of spreadsheets maybe that we had built. And since Everfield have acquired us, that transparency that we have now across the whole business allows us to really take so many more actions much faster. So thinking back, I thought there would be this magic button that we would push and it would help us scale. And maybe as a small SME, we hadn't uncovered it and the larger companies had, but actually it wasn't. It was a case of, let's get data in order and the data will allow you to make decisions much faster. I think when you're a small business, you trust yourself as the CEO to make the decisions. And maybe because you haven't got access to all of that data, you have to go with what your gut tells you. But having now access to data across the whole business for every area of the business, clear defined goals and objectives, which we had, but they needed to be just more visible and more detailed. That really does allow me to trust the team. In short, I'd say no, and that was on purpose. The culture needed a complete revamp. So we spent 18 months, when I joined in 2021, we spent 18 months as a management team, as I was getting that in place, to completely redo our culture from the top down. That was a big project in understanding what the employees are looking for, what the management team are looking for, what I'm looking for, how I like to manage, how they like to manage, how people like to be managed, our language patterns, how we talked and communicated with each other. We needed to understand how everybody operated. So that particular culture needed, we put that in the bin because it didn't really exist. And we now have a fantastic culture that everybody's bought into.